Israel launched airstrikes before dawn on Friday in the Gaza Strip and Lebanon, saying it was targeting Hamas in retaliation for several dozen rockets fired at Israel from both territories. The strikes hit both the Gaza Strip and southern Lebanon, according to an Israeli army statement. Explosions were heard in Lebanon's Tyre region as well as the Gaza Strip, where Israeli air raids had begun before midnight. Tensions have soared between Israel and Palestinians during what is both the Jewish Passover and the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, prompting condemnations and calls for restraint from abroad. The latest flare-up of violence comes after Israeli police clashed Wednesday with Palestinians inside Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque, Islam's third-holiest site. On Thursday, Israel's army said 34 rockets had been fired from Lebanese territory into Israel in the largest escalation along the frontier since Israel and Hezbollah fought a 34-day war in 2006. After the rockets from Lebanon on Thursday, explosions were heard in the Gaza Strip. The Israeli army said in a statement it had hit 2 tunnels and 2 weapon manufacturing sites belonging to Hamas, as a response to the security violations of Hamas during the last few days. The raid was followed by several missiles fired from Gaza towards Israel, which the Israeli army said its air defense systems intercepted 25 of the rockets fired, while 5 landed in Israeli territory. A barrage of rockets fired from the Gaza Strip were intercepted by the Israeli Iron Dome, an air defense system that intercepts incoming rockets on Israeli territory. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Israel will defend itself.
I made it very clear that our enemies shouldn't test us. The internal struggle in Israel won't prevent us to respond everywhere and at every time needed. We are all, with no exceptions, united and ready for this. We have no interest in changing the status quo on Temple Mount. We are calling to restore calm, and we will act against the extremists that resort to violence, and as for the aggression against us from the different front, we will hit our enemy and they will pay a price for every act of aggression. Our enemy will discover once again that in moments of test, the citizens of Israel stand united and support the actions of the IDF, army, and the security forces to protect our country and our citizens.
כדי להגן על מדינתנו ואזרחינו. תודה רבה וחג שמח.
In a statement, Hamas said Israel was responsible for this aggression and its consequences, and called for all Palestinian groups to unite against the occupation. Meanwhile, Lebanon rejected any escalation from their side. The Israeli army earlier denied reports from Lebanon's national news agency that it had struck targets in southern Lebanon. According to the Lebanon report, Israeli artillery fired several shells from its positions on the border towards the outskirts of 2 villages after the launch of several Katyusha-type rockets at Israel. All this happened after Israeli riot police on Wednesday stormed the prayer hall of Al-Aqsa Mosque in a pre-dawn raid aiming to dislodge law-breaking youths and masked agitators they said had barricaded themselves inside. The violence, during both the Jewish Passover and the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, sparked an exchange of rockets and airstrikes with militants in the Gaza Strip. Lebanon's Iran-backed armed movement Hezbollah had warned earlier Thursday it would support all measures that Palestinian groups may take against Israel after the clashes. The Lebanese group has close ties with the Islamist movement Hamas, which rules Gaza, and with the Islamic Jihad militant group, which is also based in the coastal enclave. The rockets came a day after Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh arrived in Lebanon for a visit. Haniyeh late Thursday said the Palestinians would not sit with their arms crossed in the face of Israeli aggression against Al-Aqsa. He called in a statement on all Palestinian organizations to unify their ranks and intensify their resistance against the Zionist occupation, which is their reference for Israel. The last rocket fired from Lebanon into Israel was in April 2022. And now, almost after a year, Lebanon and Israel are firing rockets at each other. Do tell us what you think about this video in comment section, and for more news updates subscribe to India Today.